Howdy, howdy, and welcome to another wonderful trash take. Today, I ask that you all please rise and remain standing in honor and recognition of our newest Supreme Court Justice, Count Dankula. Now, I know what you're saying. He was never elected. He's illegitimate. He doesn't deserve his power. But by God, it was given to him by Twitter, because that's the only people that are recognizing his authority. If you want to know who the Supreme Court justices are, I suggest you Google them. Even Wikipedia probably isn't going to have this one wrong. But Count Dankula is not one of them. But that has not stopped him from pretending to be a Supreme Court justice on Twitter. If you don't know what the Supreme Court is, in the United States, we have three branches of government that are supposed to be the top tier. They're supposed to keep each other in line with checks and balance systems, and it's supposed to stop one power from being too abusive over the other ones. The Supreme Court is one of those powers, and among them, they make the decisions on whether or not something's constitutional or unconstitutional. If they say it's unconstitutional, it's got to stop. If they say it's constitutional, it basically can become law. That's what I learned in my high school government class. So if that information's wrong, I apologize. What happened recently is the United States has ruled on three different things, and it has made some people very upset. And when people are very upset, they take to politicians on Twitter, basically responding to them. And Honorable Justice Dankula has once again donned his robe and let us know he is fully here in opposition with whatever you say, because that's what he does. As you can see, this is the Honorable Justice Dankula's Twitter account. As you can see in the top bar here, Supreme Court of the Underachiever Squad. Not to be confused with Supreme Court of the United States. Though, at a quick glance, you might think this is a justice. By actually clicking his profile and reading for a 0.1 milliseconds, you will see it's not, and is in fact an imposter among us. Since the Supreme Court has been ruling, just like Sam Hyde being blamed for every person that is unknown to the media, Supreme Court justice is being blamed by every person on Twitter, because he will post comments, bait if you will, and everyone responds to them. Supreme Court Justice Supreme Court Justice Count Dankula only ever dons the robe whenever the Supreme Court has come out against some very controversial social topics. And that's normally what gets people most fired up to send mean tweets and death threats. And for some reason, this guy likes it. I really don't understand that. He enjoys it greatly, and he farms them for as much as he possibly can. And that is why he has been active on Twitter recently and pretending to be a Supreme Court justice once more. Most of his comments are just very generic things that if you would tweet would probably be very right-winging, or just they're said mainly to make people mad. It's bait. It's bait. He's just casting out as much bait as possible on any politicians or anyone he can, and every time they fall for it, he responds, and everyone absolutely roasts him because they don't even realize they're arguing with some random guy pretending to be a Supreme Court judge. But I just think that's more the internet for you there. People doing little to no research and being very upset all the time, because that's all that's happening with Twitter, with what's going on recently. And Twitter's also taken another step in a weird direction. And a plot twist, Twitter's now letting you have a max number of tweets you can look at per day. If you don't have an account, I think it's 1,000 or 500. If you have an account, it's not verified, I think it's maybe 5,000. And if you have an account and it is verified, as in you pay for Twitter Plus, you got that blue check mark for $8 a month, you can view 10,000 tweets in a single day, which is probably going to lead to a lot of issues. It's led to some funny jokes at the moment of me tweeting about not being able to read tweets while looking at all the response of my tweets, and now I can't tweet that I can't tweet about my not being able to tweet anymore. Like, it's pretty good. I think Elon Musk has gone on a weird step with this, but I think Justice Dankula is taking it a step further by giving everyone a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. I wasted my beautiful tweet views to be able to show you all this today, so you didn't have to, and you're welcome for that. And if you like what you see, if you feel to like the video, comment down below and subscribe. I've seen him do this a few times, and I thought it was funny, and since the Supreme Court's been reining in some more unfavorable decisions, I'll say, I thought it'd be an interesting time to bring up the honorable mention of Justice Dankula. He does not get the recognition he deserves for his hard work, and he never will, because he's not a Supreme Court justice. But don't tell the internet that. People on there seem to think he is. I know I haven't really showed any tweets for this video. I'll let y'all go through and look at them. Some of them are kind of like, yo, because I mean, they're bait tweets that's meant to be very polarizing. And I didn't really want to show that on my channel because I think some people might take that the wrong way. But as of like always, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you like what you see, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, later.